You know, this is kind of what I was afraid of if we left certain monobrows untended. Is this a janitor? Oh my gosh, Wetlantian Ambassador Bergie, you now get a little bit of a raise because I was feeling kind of faint staring at that, and I really wasn't sure how I was going to go ahead and take that. Are you currently assigned to any particular zone? Because I think that you, with your fire resistance, excuse me, hold up here. Fire resistance gives you 550 plus extinguishing speed? Oh my word, you are about to become Wetlantian Ambassador Bergie. You are now assigned to none other than the Hilltop Forest because we're gonna need you if we are going to do more with things like, you know, the Mulchamatic that does have a tendency to go ahead and explode. By the way, do I still have those dead plants that I need to put into the Mulchamatic? No, we have almost a completed Nibelodon skeleton though. We'll worry about that in just a bit. And we'll worry about everything else that we're going to work on in just a bit, my friends, because I have now realized we are so close to being able to go ahead and activate the buzz bonuses on 3 Wetlantian ruin exhibits, such as the statue ruins that have been stolen many a time from from the the boggy men of the swamps. So we're not going to think about where these feet have been. Instead, we might go ahead and just say, we'll call these statue ruins maybe, let's see, small step for fish? No. What do you call it? Like you emerge from the sea, and also, well, I guess your toes are wrinkled like raisins. I'm really not coming up with the best. How about skipping upon sands? Or how about moon, or what did they call it? The sunset beach walk. There we are. And now the name has been customized and we need to have a bit of seating near these giant feet, possibly because they're kind of tired from, you know, being out there for who knows how long. And once we get that in, we've unlocked a Wetlantian vase! And we have learned more from the other form ruins that we have actually been working on deconstructing, or I should say, taking samples of, just in case the Wetlantians find deconstructing it to be a little bit offensive. And then I wonder where... Ooh, and our wet wiper also has gone ahead and given its DNA sample to us. So we got a security sticker from that. Nice. I want to see this Wetlantian vase. Like, that sounds really pretty. Ooh, it is really pretty. Hello! It's a fish! You guys! It's a little fish! Oh, I really hope people don't mistake it for like a, I hope they don't mistake it for a trash can, now that I'm looking at it. Okay, maybe what we'll do is we'll put down the vase and then maybe we'll go ahead and I wonder what else I can decorate around the vase so people know, like, hey, don't put trash in this. This is supposed to be like really pretty. Maybe the big leaf fern. Maybe we could put down some of the plants, like the little cut flower. Oh, that's pretty. Oh, I like that a lot. And let's see. There's also the duck hedge, which we haven't put anywhere, but seems a little fitting. There are sea ducks after all. There's roses, the star flowers. Ooh, those kind of look a little like starfish in a way. Aw, okay, let's see. We'll make those a little bit paler, I think, and then put a couple of them down. Excellent. And then maybe the hyacinth. Oh, that's really pretty. Yay! We actually made, oh hey, the hyacinths complement the super tall coral really well. Oh my gosh, I can't believe we actually got something that looks semi-decent. I better not jinx it. Let's see. We will put down a nice donation bin over, or like little donation bin over here, in case people wish to donate to the cause of like sandy feet, I suppose. And then we'll add in, where could we put the info spots so that people can learn a bit about this without it blocking too many things? Maybe one here, maybe another one on the other side just to kind of complement it. There we go. And hopefully people will find that useful. And now we can get some of that WETLANTIan seating put on in to activate that buzz bonus so people can maybe sit down and just enjoy being next to these giant feet, which is probably a very specific kind of audience that I will just stop thinking about right now. But I'm sure someone will have a good time. All right, let's see. Do I need to turn this a little? Yes. And then maybe another one right here. Okay, hopefully people will be able to kind of take a break and enjoy what they can see. Excellent. Well, did that do it? Yeah, it did it. All right, sweet. Now we just have one more buzz bonus to go ahead and activate with these archway ruins. So maybe we'll call this the gateway to Starfish. And now, I thought that was going to complete the big splash, and now I just remembered that our average guest knowledge has fallen dramatically over the past little while. Oh, that'll do a little bit to the old confidence. It will. All right, well, at least we managed to go ahead and get some pieces done that we can feel pretty proud about. And we can put down a little wall of knowledge for people to try to learn from over here. And then we'll see how we can check in on our guest knowledge and their education. I think desire to stay, maintenance, exhibit knowledge might be what we want to focus on for a little bit here. Like the ruins, for instance, we still are collecting a lot of exhibit knowledge about. I wonder if having a staff member dedicated to also giving tours to this area would help too. And I think, if I remember correctly, we do have at the Hilltop Forest and we have some new hires I need to name. I was digging through the applications behind the scenes. I didn't think all of you needed to see the paperwork this time around. It was just me desperately trying to make sure that we could have somebody tell us about the importance. Let's see, Flora, do we have a marine life hire just for the Hilltop Forest? Whoops, Diver Wren? I didn't mean to assign you to the Hilltop Forest. We'll go ahead and put you in the unassigned category for now. And then we do have new hire who's thirsty, family friendly and robust, and quick on your feet. And then we have a new hire who's an analyst type. We have underwater photographer. Do I have anybody who's good at giving tours? Pearl expert Cobalt Knights. You're having a good time over there, I think. Actually, do I don't have any. Huh. Also, is it the bust again? Not the bust! Where's my security experts? Oh my gosh, this is why I should definitely... Okay, security guard, druid, over here. Go. No, don't collect donations. Oh, there we go! Yes! The Haunted Manor Guard Veneer Dragon has gone ahead and they have caught the oh, and there goes Druid Nature Lover. Huzzah! Our guards, oh, another one! Oh my gosh, they're just popping out of the woodwork like this. That's wild! And here we go! Oh my gosh, another one! No way! Oh my gosh, there's just, they're really popping up out of everywhere. Okay, let's go. Catch the thief! Right here! Okay, I think we needed to be a little bit hands-on with that, but Underwater Officer Under the Moon was able to dive in and take care of business. I'm so proud of them. Wow, that was a little bit busier than I was expecting it to be. Maybe we do need, do we have any more people kind of, I don't know if we're still being targeted by the golden molars. It's kind of hard to tell when we've got so many other things currently going on, but that was a pretty great response from our staff. I'm pretty proud, to be honest. And now we just need to see if we can possibly find, do we have sea legs Ooh, travel sick though. No, no, no. Maybe, let's see, nimble and bookworm for a prehistory expert isn't bad, but I'm really looking for potentially someone who's eloquent and good at marine life, who can go ahead and I'll even take a botanist who's eloquent. Maybe they could give a little bit of a tour about these ruins. But I do want to make a big splash. I want to be able to finally complete this goal we've had for so long. Okay, we don't want somebody who litters, that's for sure. And while we dig through more applications, aha! We do actually have more collections from our expeditions to WETLANTIS to gather. Ooh! Woohoo! It's pristine ruins! Deter criminal activity, I'll take it. Also, holy cow. I didn't realize those ruins were worth so much. Oh, I see. Also, Flora Fanatic Fawnhoof. Thank you for your sacrifice going out to gather more of the palm trees. You have consistently brought home pristine ones, so I haven't been deconstructing them to understand their DNA sequences, so we actually don't know very much about them. And we're still building the Niblodon skeleton, which I don't think we've ever built 100% before. So our staff is ironically doing so well that we aren't able to go and, like, you know, go ahead and deconstruct things to learn more from them. Also, Flora Fanatic Fawn, you do have monobrow. So maybe we'll send you, as we should, to go ahead and get that cured. And we do have a new hire who's really good at analyzing things that we might send along and name when they get back. And then if you guys could bring another one of the Niblodon skeletons home, that'd be awesome. And as usual, it is part of our company health insurance policy that when you do come wiggling in with that terrifying monobrow beast, we give you a insurance covered trip to the hot springs. And then let's also come over and continue to gather up more of those ruins, I think, to try to understand what they have to offer. It's quite a bit of money that you could actually earn if you're able to dive in with these. And speaking of diving in, Diver Wren, I think that you are ready for this adventure. Let's go ahead and have you go with Sea Star Collector Wolf System, or how about Photographer Hannah Forever, so that we can continue to build up those skills. We'll have you work on, there you go. Excellent. So we'll have the staff go out for, health insurance purposes, gathering some of those prehistoric bones so that one day we can go ahead and have a tour that not only entertains the Wetlantians visiting, but also allows us to expand our museum's market reach a little bit further. And the trip to WETLANTIS, where we're kind of establishing like a diplomatic trade mission route with them right now. Kind of cool. Let's do some more survey scanners in the mechanic room. And ta-da! We now have another new analysis chamber! I moved some things around in our cold corridor so that we have a little tiny bathroom over here to help some of the people who are oh so desperately in need of a bathroom. I think I'm also going to put down some Wetlantian benches for people to enjoy over here, in case they need to kind of take a minute to kind of like catch their breath and just sort of rest with their family and friends for just a bit. We'll put a couple of those down. In fact, do I want to put down, ooh, you know what? I think putting down a third one might be kind of fun. Also, I think they'll be okay getting to the helipad, but we probably should move the gigantic helicopter that goes chip, chip, chop, chop, chop a little further away from guests and staff. That's probably a good idea. We'll start thinking about that in a little bit. Ooh, also a little ambiance speaker might be nice for our polar room. The icy corridor. What exactly we might have it produce, I'm not exactly sure. Prehistory, botany, maybe marine? I wonder what the ancient altar we have is actually made out of. Oh, and this would probably be a great place to obviously put down a few maps that people can kind of glance at so they can get a sense of where they're at for this part of the museum and sort of figure out where they want to go. And let's see. There's a hanging info stand. And then we've got our wall dehumidifier. We're good there. It sort of seems like a nice place to potentially offer them a coffee kiosk. This is not what I thought we were going to be doing today. It's very easy to get caught up in all of the minutiae of tending to your museum, but that's part of what makes it so wonderful. All right. Flora Fanatic Von Hoof, I'm very glad to see that you have returned from your hot spring expedition, hopefully feeling even better and not covered in lots and lots of the monobrow beast. That would be lovely, actually. And guest knowledge, I think, is going up a teensy bit. But let's send our good botanist off again to the overgrowth jungle to see if we can go ahead and collect up more of those palm trees so that this time maybe we can actually like learn a little bit more about them. I guess we could do speedy expeditions this time because we already have fully mapped out the overgrowth jungle around the topless mountain, and I think we're getting really close to becoming mono beast nest illness experts with Flora Fanatic Von Hoof, at least. And we might have to go ahead and get into a fisticuffs fight with some foliage, but we'll take that risk. We'll take that risk, or at least they'll take that risk. Thank you, Flora. You're taking on that risk. I'll be honest, it's not me. And we do have, as I was mentioning, the new analysis room so that we can have 2 analysts researching things at once, because we have managed to get our hands on quite a few pieces now, like the archway ruins I want to analyze. And I was experimenting with seeing if we could increase the power of what we can analyze in here, because the deconstructing just seemed to be taking a very long time. So I do want to have over at the bone belt there's a dilemma. Much ado about nothing. As your team carries its prized find through the jungle, several members of the team are struck by a crippling hunger, and they will not shut up about it. Should we break out the cheesy gubbins or push through the hunger? I kind of want a snack. I know that's probably not a good idea, but if we break it out at the bone belt, I wonder if we'll get eaten by something. But I'm kind of hungry. But the morale went up. The team tears through the gubbins, hardly stopping to savor the new improved cheese flavor. One of the monsters even gets cheese dust all over the exhibits. Guys, okay. So we may have decreased the exhibit quality, but you know what? We got to eat what we could. And then let's see. I also want to snag. Oh, we have an extra clownfish that we could actually bring over to analyze as well. Wonderful, wonderful. So I did get the extra analysis room, and I wanted to improve the like percentage of the analysis power that we could actually work with. So I tried adding in a whole bunch of these server cabinets, and they're currently what we have piled up in corners in the analysis room. Hopefully it actually works, but I think it does because each server adds 10% analysis power, I think. And okay, maybe it doesn't work because 43 analysis power, I don't know if that went up very much but then again, 10% of whatever is in there. And now it feels like everything is getting deconstructed really quickly. I also want to have some of our new hires actually end up becoming analysis specialist, because once again, I'm realizing, just like with the marketing that I keep forgetting to do, okay, we are doing a Wetlantian campaign still. That'll probably be good. But I keep forgetting that we can have experts to just make the deconstruction go a lot faster so that we can learn more about the wonderful things that our teams keep bringing back from their expeditions, and talk about good timing. All right, Jungle Agent Annie and our new hire who is going to be an analyst for prehistory. Thank you so much for bringing a stink plant that we can actually use to study, like, the analysis of, because, let's see, that's not the little biting creature that we needed. And that means that our new applicant, where did you go, friend? Where did you go? Let's see. And that is the new hire for prehistory. Aha! Welcome, new hire. You are going to actually be, how about extinct fish researcher? What about extinct jellyfish researcher? And this is going to be Ellie. Oh, okay, here we go. Okay, so extinct jellyfish expert. How about that? That fits in better. Ellie, who is now working alongside their brother and sister James and Evie. Welcome, welcome. You are actually going to end up becoming assigned to staying down by the analysis chambers, most likely. So we might bring you... In fact, did I already go ahead and take you off of doing anything else? I did. So literally, this is going to be one of our analysis professionals. But I think we'll also do tours, maybe restoration for now too, because we don't have enough to keep you busy at the moment. But like I said, I wanted to start having experts who are dedicated to being able to just blast through doing the analysis, since we do get the perks from our various discoveries. And speaking of our various discoveries, the overgrowth jungle with Fawnhoof, our flora fanatic, has brought back another... That's amazing. Maybe I need to send a different botanist, because that was a speedy trip to the overgrowth jungle as well. And it's still a pristine specimen. And here's the hot water balloon that deters criminal activity. It makes, oh, this one doesn't have the trait that the other one does of making people feel really like full of fun and excitement. That's interesting, because I'm pretty sure this one had the trait, it had the trait intimidating, but I could have sworn it also had a special boost for making people feel pretty happy. Huh. All right, we might have to figure out what we're gonna do with all of those little floating guys in a little bit here. But that doesn't really help us with the knowledge that we were hoping to gain by sending people out there. So, back out you go, friends, back out you go. Let's see. I think Emergency Botanist James, you're really close to learning more. I think you guys are gonna need to be a little careful on this trip, but you might have a good time. And then we've also got room. I mean, honestly, at this point, I haven't put out very many of the palm trees we've been gathering, but at this point, I kind of feel like if Flora Fanatic Fawnhoof wants to keep bringing back those palm trees, then we might have to dedicate an entire like room of our haunted greenhouse to them and dedicate it to like the Fawnhoof greenhouse of fronds. Let's see. And then finally, we're gonna make sure we're not going to have a shipwreck. Thank you very much. Aquarium restoration, restocking food dispensers. And then who's available for a quick trip? Ticket to Adventurer Tess. Let's have you guys enjoy a nice trip to WETLANTIS and hopefully find us more of those ruins. Ooh, and the stink plant has been deconstructed, increasing our knowledge to level 3. We actually don't have any stink plants with which we would really do much in terms of the decorating with right now. Wow, but we do have this archway. That gateway to Starfish is going to be polished up, we'll say. Oh, and we have so many fish, of course. And those fish can actually help us by providing us with different kinds of boost. Yes, and we have like so many of the little nigiri, and we have so many clownfish. And some of the larger, like more threatening fish actually help you get special perks that will help with security, which is always nice. There we go. And this is going to be the gateway to Starfish. And now that we have this spot, it's intimidating. We can have people maybe learn a little bit more when they visit it. Do we have... And we don't have pristine giant feet yet. So we can't really do much there. But otherwise, excellent, excellent. Maybe get a few more knowledge stands in. And also, I suppose, since we have the room for it, and now we have very many of them, we can go ahead and we can start putting in the palms, the mini palms of Fawnhoof. Who has gone ahead and who has provided us with basically an entire palm tree forest, which is kind of amazing. And I think all of these are going to love being next to a garden sign in just a minute here. All right, can we fit another one like over here? Almost. We're gonna need to add a wall heater, but it can be done. All right, hang in there, little thing. We're gonna make sure that you don't die of it being cold. Let's see. And there we go. And I think the mister actually reaches it. Let's double check. Yep, mister reaches it. And then all of these just want a little garden sign next to them, which is really precious. That's amazing. We just unlocked Wetlantian gold. Hello, I'm very interested in that, thank you. And the aquarium or the archway ruins have now been given a level 3 knowledge. Everybody seems to be really fascinated by them. They're learning a lot from it. And we've done it. We've done it! I'm so pleased to see you've broadened your horizons and dialed down the fish. We love fish in a way, but your Wetlantian artifacts are mostly much less disgusting, and that's worth a star. We have the Wetlantian gold stack and the Wetlantian cold water net now. Oh my gosh.
I'm Hayley Von Trowell with breaking news on 2 Point Radio. Yes, that's the report that Wetlantian structures have risen from the ocean off the coast of the county's Marine Life Museum. There's no news on why exactly this happened, but I knew something this interesting was bound to happen eventually. Ah, what a relief.
Oh my goodness. Oh my gosh, and we just got promoted to Curator Class 4. Museums can now reach 5-star ratings. We've unlocked Camera Booth 3, Bandage Box 3. Oh my word, and the wide cold water net can now be ours. The ground is shaking. What's going on? Finally, the Wetlantian Pier is back. Years ago, it stood off the coast, marking the meeting of land and sea. Your museum has sparked major interest in marine life and re-established harmony. It's only right you expand onto the Wetlantian Pier to celebrate the occasion. And I have a feeling, friends, this is where the Leviathans running wild is about to come in. Look at the amazing things that happen when you follow your curiosity. This is awesome! This is awesome, and also we're gonna, oh wow, okay. We're gonna need to do a little bit of work to make it happen, but I think we're making waves, you might say. And also I've had terrifyingly ignored the fact that there's a million little messages blaring at me in alarm, and if our bathroom has broken, it's probably like the thieves popping out of the toilets again. And this is where you just sort of stare into the distance and smile politely and hope that you'll be able to make it to see what's happening in the sea next time, and even potentially check in on our other museums and just kind of get a little bit of a layout of what might be happening when it comes to the drama going down amongst our science experiments at Bungle Wasteland, making sure Memento Mile is not too neglected, and that we don't have all of those monkeys from outer space running too loose in the jungle. This is so awesome. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.